Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno, where we attend the world premiere of The House with the Clock in its Walls, where we get to speak to Cate Blanchett, Jack Black and Eli Roth. Cate and Jack, what was it like working with them?
This is the dream team. Cate and Jack are amazing. I mean, they're so nice. They're so great. And I don't think people realize how funny Cate is and how dramatically strong Jack is. Jack's like Robin Williams. He can do Dead Poets or Mrs. Doubtfire. And Kate's hilarious. And I think that Jack brings out the comedy in Cate, and Cate brings out the best drama in Jack. And there's real love and respect there.
Your character's he's a lovable eccentric, isn't he? Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, I am drawn to the eccentric characters. And this one's no exception. The jazz saxophonist warlock from the 1950s. He doesn't really fit into regular society, and neither do I.
There's a wonderful sense of theatre about this film, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I mean, the set was fantastic. The costumes. I mean, even the fact that my character wears only purple or house is purple. I mean, there's a theatrical concept, at the get-go.
Was it nice for you to do this part and just be able to just kind of let go and just have fun with it?
I think I always have fun, actually. If you think of a role that's so-called serious, you have to find the moments of levity, and in a straight comedy, you also have to find the truth. So it's a balancing act, whichever way.
And there's some wonderful kind of witty repartee between yourself and Jack. Was that very fun to kind of play out on set?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, Florence, my character, and Jonathan, Jack's character, they're like the George and Martha of the wizarding world. So yeah, there's a lot of banter back and forth, but there's also a lot of love.
And Eli, he comes from a very bit different background. Was this nice to be able to make a film with him that's so different for him as well? It's kind of breaking new ground, really.
Well, he's made a lot of horror, and so he understands scare, he understands suspense, and he's a child himself, really. So, and also an actor. So he was a fantastic, the perfect person to direct this film.
You must be so excited about being in this film.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Tell us what you loved about it when you read the script.
Just the magic element, that there's so much magic.
So is there, can you sort of give us an example of the tricks, how you learned those?
Just practice and trial and error, and other people on set would help me.
And you're working with Jack and Cate. What was it like working with them?
They are so much fun, and they're so funny as well.
I imagine there's a lot you can learn from them.
Yeah.
And how was it like working with Eli?
He's so much fun. He's such a funny person off set and on set.
And what was your favourite part about the film? What did you like doing the most?
I liked all the people on set, but I also liked that we would have random dance parties on set.
This film's a real departure for you. Was it great for you to explore another part of your creativity?
Oh, it was the best. I've wanted to do a movie like this my whole life, and I feel like I was finally ready for it. And my earliest experiences with scary movies in the cinema were those old school Amblin movies like Gremlins and Goonies and E.T. and Raiders and Poltergeist, and even films like Time Bandits and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, these totally insane off-the-wall movies. And I miss them, and I wanted to make a movie like that. And in this form, with the support of Steven Spielberg, I really got to let my imagination run wild. I look at Sam Raimi and Guillermo del Toro and Peter Jackson, and those guys started off with horror movies, and I'd like to make that leap too.
This is such a wonderful film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such an amazing event. This is our world premiere.
I know, it's incredible. What was it about this story that made you want to be a part of the project?
You know what? I grew up on Amblin movies, so the Goonies, Gremlins, Back to the Future, and it really, the original book was written in the 70s, and it just captured that feeling and that, everything that made me want to get into the film business. It's a great story.
You got Eli Roth directing it. Yeah. What made him the right choice?
Eli and I knew each other socially before we did this together, and he's obviously very known for doing very scary stuff. And there are a lot of scares in this, but it's also family friendly. And when, he also grew up on the same types of films, on those Amblin movies, again, from back in the day. And just hearing him talk about it and sort of, he had his arms wrapped around exactly what this needed to be.
And you've got Cate and Jack as well,
yeah.
Two sort of power players, really. What was it like casting them? What made them the right?
It was amazing. Cate and I actually worked together on another film before, and she's the greatest actress on the planet, in my humble opinion. And, she and Jack have an amazing chemistry together. Kate's really funny, and Jack also has amazing dramatic chops, and, it was just really fun seeing them kind of share the screen. It was really amazing.
The sets and just the whole aesthetic is amazing. And because it's an Amblin film and it touches back to that kind of older type of Hollywood filmmaking, did you try and keep it as practically as possible, or?
We did, yeah. It was, we tried to keep the visual effects either light or so that you can't really recognize that they're visual effects. So a lot of it is very tactile. John Huttman, who built our sets, it really feels like you can sense the dust and, the artifacts and everything that's there.